Hey, it's Tanya from Tanya Strong Books, and today we're going to do my tier ranking. I'm a little late on it. I'm sorry about that. It was a crazy holiday season, but I have my June to December books that I've read, and I'm going to tier rank them so you can see which ones were my favorite and ones that didn't really pass the test. So let's jump right into it. I've got my categories: the best, really good, meh, and did not finish. The best is going to be my top favorites, the ones I'm probably going to reread or dream about rereading. Books that I think about months later. Really good. A book that satisfied everything. Good book. I enjoyed it. Probably not going to reread it, but I enjoyed it. Meh is more of a meh. It was a good book. It's fine. It was okay. Nothing wrong with it. I finished it. I mean, I read it enough to finish it. So it's good. DNF. Usually they're books that had scenes in it that I wasn't comfortable with, and so I just didn't finish it, or it was like too boring that I just couldn't get into it.
Yuck.
Yuck. So those are my categories, and let's get started. Okay, the first book. Oh, this is gonna upset a lot of people probably. But A Court of Mist and Fury. I know a lot of people love that series. Like lots of people love that series. I didn't finish the book because it did start out very interesting, and I probably would have loved to finish it. But right away, very quickly into it, there was a scene that was just kind of inappropriate, and I just don't like to read books like that, so I did not finish it. Lessons in Chemistry. This one also really piqued my interest, but there was a scene near the very beginning that I just don't like reading about. Basically, a woman was being assaulted, and that just makes me sick. I read for enjoyment, and that, like, if it's too much, I'm like, oh, it made me super uncomfortable and really sad. So I just put it down, didn't finish it. Lessons in An Amiable Foe by Jenny Goutet. I don't know how to say her name. She's French. This was cute. This was a cute story with a little bit of a twist and just like a fluffy Regency romance. It was cute. The Captive Kingdom by Jennifer Nielsen. I love her whole series. I had to see how I read the first 4 books, and I just needed to finish the rest of them, and they did not disappoint. They were good. Okay, Come Gentle Night by Stephanie Black. I don't think this is the first Stephanie Black book that I've read. And it will not be the last, because I really enjoyed this book. The little nuggets of information, like I'm like, okay, I know who the killer is. Okay, now I think I was constantly second guessing. Really enjoyed it. It's completely clean. There are some hints at things that are not like, roses and everything, but definitely clean, no sex scenes or foul language, and I really enjoyed the story. There's a part of it that I think some people don't like. There's a girl in it that's a little naive and kind of jumps into believing a guy that she really doesn't know enough for her to have these feelings. But I felt like it was believable. Sometimes we meet someone and we connect and we're like, oh, they're so amazing. And I don't know, I just totally could see a young woman falling for a guy that seems super nice and not knowing for sure enough about him. I don't know. I felt like it was fine, but some people really hated that. I didn't mind it, and I thought the storyline and all the different secrets and the mystery I thought was really good. Erasing Time. That one is like a time travel fantasy by Jeanette Ralston, CJ Hill. I don't know if it's under her pen name. I enjoyed that one. It's free on YouTube, and that's where I listened to it. It's so funny the way, like, she comes up with these things, like, you know, in the future, people are gonna mix languages and cultures and stuff, and which totally true, I'm sure, but like things, it was funny, the things that I didn't think about that she threw in there that I'm like, oh, yeah, I could totally see that. Like, I don't know, I just thought it was really creative, and I enjoyed the storyline and the twist, and I thought it was good. Okay, Just a Football Star. It's okay. Like, it was a good story. It was cute. The main character, he's like an injured NFL player, and this girl is I think she's like a personal trainer or like a physical therapist or something, and it's really cute. There's I think one of the tropes is one bed. She ends up not having a place to stay, and the place gets flooded, and so they end up sharing a bed and stuff. Completely clean, not inappropriate at all. Just a sweet, like, romantic comedy. It was cute. Love on Deck. Okay, this one I have mixed feelings about. I mean, I loved it. I loved the book, and it's by Casey Stockton. I was dying through the first half of the book. They're on a ship. They're on a cruise ship. This girl's uptight. He's carefree and fun. They do a fake date thing. And the banter, they end up having to share a room because of like a mix-up. The banter is so good. Like, their relationship and everything. I was loving it. Like, I absolutely was just dying. I was in love with it. But I just kept thinking, like, how's this going to work out? How's this going to work out? And then after the cruise ship, they kind of... Then it's like, then real life hits, right? And then that's when it kind of slowed down for me. I would still say I would read it again just because the beginning of the book was just so good. And I really, really loved it. I thought it was really good. It slows down when they're trying to make things work and figure things out. And it's like real life where it's kind of messy and everything. So I felt like it was realistic. But the beginning was definitely my favorite. I thought the witty banter was really good. Okay, Meeting at the Altar. I thought that was good too. That is by Kristen Joy. That one's cute. It's a reality TV show, and these two are trying to win money. So they know each other from like high school, and they get set up where they have to get married, I think they're married, and they have to make it work so long, and then they can win some money. And they both need the money, or they both need this to work for different reasons. And so it's kind of cute to see them. It was cute to see them figure out their differences, figure out why they kind of, it's like an enemies to more kind of thing. And it was cute. I love Marriage of Convenience, and to see it in modern day is always kind of cute to see how an author tries to spin that. And so I thought the reality TV show Married thing was adorable. Sinister Secrets, that one was okay. It was it's 3 novellas. I think they were novellas. 3 novellas. Fast pace. I think Tracy Abramson's one was my favorite, where this girl, these secrets about this girl, and she's on the run. I liked that one. Paulson, I think his had just so many hits, like there's this, and then there's this, and then like just so many twists and turns that I almost was like, whoa, what's happening here? There was a lot going on in his. Paige Edwards, hers was cute too, kind of like a bodyguard thing where I think he's FBI or something, or police or something, but he's trying to keep this girl safe because they're not sure who's trying to kill her. And so she ends up staying at his place and stuff. And it's cute. They're all 3 of them are really quick, very quick hits of suspense, and it was good. The Unwanteds. I really enjoyed that. I listened to the audiobook from my library. It was super interesting. It's kind of like a Harry Potter meets, um, like, well, I wouldn't say Hunger Games, but I don't know what the mix is, but it's kind of this Harry Potter vibe where people are like special and they can do things. But then where they live, it's like you're not supposed to be special. Nobody wants you to be special, and they kick them out. And so it was just like it was like a fun, interesting book. I had my kids read it too. They enjoyed it. The Wrath of the Storm. That's book 3, and I read all 3. I want to say this is the one that has like the Roman, like the Roman Empire and magic, and it was good. And she also did the Traitor's Game. That one was good too. That one has a little bit more romance. So like I enjoyed it more. My boys were kind of like meh. But I enjoyed it more because it had this romance and these secrets and trying to figure out like all these secrets. It was good. I enjoyed that one too. The Shattered Castle, also by Nielsen. I thought that was good. The Maidens. Okay, if you've read this, I was so into this. Like I'm listening to it and I'm like, whoa, where's this going? This is so good. F word after F word. And I just like, I don't like listening to curse words. It's just not my thing. If you don't care, maybe pick this book up. I don't know what happens later because I didn't finish it. But I was definitely interested. I'm like, wow, where is this going? Like, is this guy a killer? Like, what's happening? Like, it was so good. And I don't always read the back of the book, so I wasn't sure what was happening. I like to read it blind. And I was really enjoying it, but there was just too much foul language that I just couldn't finish it. Okay, The German Wife. I really, really enjoyed The German Wife. There's no foul language, or if there is, it's very, very little, because I don't remember it. So if there was, it was like 1 or 2 words or something. And it's like, I love the 2 worlds, like this German wife in Nazi Germany and this girl here in the US, and kind of their lives and what's happening to them. And then they both end up in the same town in the US, and just because of their life experiences and the things that they've been through, the clash that happens. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was well written. I thought the stories were so good. Both women had hard, tragic lives on their own, and they both maybe judged each other. I thought it was good. I really liked it. A Curse for True Love. Those are good. I feel like they're closed door. They're somewhat clean. But she like pushes it a little bit where I'm like, oh, that's going to happen, isn't it? And then it doesn't, but you're just like right on the edge where you're like, this is going to happen. Like touching body parts and stuff like that, where I'm just like, but I like the idea of the plot. I love the idea of the plot. And this almost like this girl with seemingly no magic in a world of magic. I thought it was cool. I really liked it. I liked the idea of it. But there was just elements in the book that I was like, okay. But the writer is so good. I want to say, is that Stephanie Garber? I feel like she's really good at world building. She's so good at that. She's a good writer. The Brothers Hawthorne. I enjoyed this one more than I think the other ones. The Brothers Hawthorne was good. A lot more focus on the mystery and the secrets and the puzzles. I really enjoyed that. The relationships are important. I love a good romance, but I feel like the relationships in some of these are just like too much, or I don't know. But this one, I enjoyed it. The Ballad of Never After, same thing. I love the idea of it. The world building is really great. I like kind of like the plot idea, but some of the scenes I was like, meh. Skyfall, another one. This one has it's a suspense. I think the meet cute is adorable. But yeah, it's fine. It was a fine read. Six of Crows. Okay, Six of Crows, in my defense, I did not finish this book, but in my defense, my friends, we were going to dress up as the Six of Crows for our, the ANWA conference we went to. And we were going to dress up. So I started reading it, and it was very interesting. There are some curse words. It gets a little graphic in some of the blood scenes. And I did not finish it because there's one part of the romance that starts to pick up, and I'm just like, okay, that's going to happen, isn't it? They're going to throw in something gross that I don't want to read about. But they said there's a TV show on Netflix or whatever. So I went to their house and we watched several episodes, and I was like, oh, I don't have to read the book anymore. So I returned it. The book and the TV show are very different. I was like, none of this is what happened in the book. So the book and the TV show are very different, but I felt like the characters were really, to me, someone who read like half the book, I felt like the characters were good. They seemed like they were very similar to the book. Just the situations they were in were very different. Okay, The Christmas Ruse by Jenny Goutet. That's a novella, I believe. And I read it, I think it was on YouTube. That one was on YouTube. Short, sweet, damsel in distress, has to marry this guy she doesn't want to marry. And she's invited to a house party and meets this wonderful guy. It was cute. Cute, short, sweet. Regency romance, Christmas story. The Rise of the Wolf, another one by Nielsen that I enjoyed. Once Upon a Broken Heart, I want to say that's book one of that series. I enjoyed that probably more than the other two. Like the beginning of that and the world building, and I really enjoyed that. The Mark of the Thief, that's another one of Nielsen's books. And that was good. Just a Grumpy Boss. That is by Deb Goodman, just a football star. And I was so excited about this book because the Grumpy Boss is the football star's older brother, Sebastian, and he just came across as this like attractive, grumpy, strict guy that I'm like, who's he gonna fall in love with? Like, I want to hear his story. So I was super excited to get that book and read it. It was an okay story. It was fine. The girl is super like fun. It's like the grumpy sunshine thing again. And you just can't help but love both of them. Super cute. The Unwanteds, I want to say this is Island of Silence. I thought that one was good too. That one was good. I really enjoyed that. No, like finding out more about their surroundings and stuff. I enjoyed that. Host for the Holidays. That one was good. Oop, not there. That one was good. I like the idea of someone going to like an Airbnb and just being totally surprised that they have to like share it with someone. And it was a girl sharing with a guy and they were not expecting that. And then the romance that ensues. I thought it was cute. It talked about Paris, which I love. And so it was really cute. I thought the whole thing was adorable. The Hawthorne Legacy. And The Final Gambit. I put them both with meh. They were okay. They were fine. I enjoyed the puzzle. Not so much all the other stuff that they throw in, but the puzzles I enjoyed. Faking Christmas. Okay, I think originally I would have put it in just really good. Like, it's this fake dating. It was a workplace romance. Well, workplace, they're colleagues. And then they go away. She goes away to this Christmas lodge. It ends up being his parents' Christmas lodge, and they end up spending Christmas together. And they pretend to be dating so that she can get out of not having to spend time with someone that her parents invited. I like that it's a little messy, and she's kind of the strict one and he's the fun one. Oh my gosh, the witty banter. Okay, so originally I would put it in really good, but after I was done reading it, I kept thinking about it, and I kept like kind of laughing to myself with the witty banter and the things that he would do or say to pull her out of her, stick up her butt kind of thing. Like, it was super cute, and he was just like adorable. And I mean, you're kind of like, girl, why are you not just completely in love with him? And so it was super cute. And so I would have to say, I actually probably will read it again for Christmas. It was such a cute Christmas book with snow and cabins, and they did the polar dunk, and right, is that what it's called? Where you jump into the freezing cold water. And, gingerbread houses and sledding. Like, they do all the Christmassy things. And so it was like super Christmassy, super cute, spending time with family. Family's messy, but their fake dating was just adorable. He was so cute and adorable, and I thought it was I liked it. I'll probably read it again for Christmas time. Okay, everyone in my family has killed someone. Someone recommended this book to me. I loved it, but I did not finish it. And here's why. They curse a lot. I think they said the F word a lot. And I think even in the beginning, it's like, if you're reading this book for romance or, explicit content or whatever, you're not going to find it. Like, well, they just curse in it. But it was so good. Like, I was reading it and they threw in one F word, and I'm like, okay, this is so good. I'm just going to keep reading. Hopefully there's going to be no more. And there was more and more and more. And finally I put it away. It was good. And it's written as he's like a writer. And so he's like, the way he talks, and it's like so much like a writer. Like, I was just like, yes, I feel so seen. I love it. So I thought that was good, but I didn't finish it. So I don't know what happens at the end. But if you do, tell me the ending, because I was actually very interested in that book. Covertly Yours by Jeanette Rowson. I think it's a novella. And I thought it was good. I know someone was saying they didn't like the cover. It's not something they'd read because of the cover. I thought it was good, though. This girl's lost in Phoenix, a fear of my own. And she ends up fake dating this thug. He's trying to protect her. Anyways, it was like there's suspense. There's like kind of a little bit of fear for her life. And this handsome guy that she probably shouldn't trust, but he's protecting her, so she's going to trust him. Cute. It was cute. It was a cute short read. Condemn Me Not. Okay, this book is interesting. It's by Heather B. Moore, and it's based on a true person and true events that happened. It's with the Salem witch trial, and trials, and her ancestor was one that was condemned and was killed for it. And I really enjoyed this book. I don't know if I'll read it again because it was sad, and I read for enjoyment, and there were parts that were sad. So it's a flashback thing, so her life now, she's in prison and the horrible condition she's in, and it's sad, and the people that she's with, she talks about them, and then it will quote things that actually were printed about the situation, the women that were there and the trial that happened. And then it'll flash back to like her as a woman that wasn't married, and then she meets, and it's a romance, it's a love story about her meeting her husband, and their love story is super cute. Actually, once they got married, I got sad because it was just like really enjoying their romance and everything. It was really cute. And then it would flash to like, the trials and things that I've never read about or thought about, how to know if they're a witch, they made them like strip down. So there are some things that are a little uncomfortable to read. They had them strip down and examine their bodies, their naked bodies. And this woman, by the time she was like in her 70s, 60s, like she's an older woman, and they're like examining her bodies. And back then it's not like people walked around like naked, like they covered up, they still wore the dresses, the big dresses. I mean, not big dresses, but you know, they still believed in covering up. And so I couldn't even imagine, even now that'd be uncomfortable. But for her to be stripped down at an older age like that, and then to be examined by women and men, and then them to find fault with their naked bodies and then be like, oh, that's weird, she must be a witch. I'm like, what? Like, there's things like that I'm like, it's crazy. And they even have it documented, the examining of their bodies and the trials and the girls screaming and pretending. And like, it was really sad. So flashing to the romance was really nice. After they got married, then it showed some of the, I guess, she burned some bridges with people, and those are the people that are accusing her of being a witch, right? So after they get married, then the sad stuff starts happening in both. So it was like near the end, it was like sad, but I thought it was really good. Before I Let You Go, same author as The German Wife, Kelly Rimmer. And I loved The German Wife so much that I'm like, I want to read another one of her books. I saw Before I Let You Go. I'm like, I don't know what it is. Like I told you, I don't always read the back. So I just grabbed it and started reading it. The German Wife is clean. Before I Let You Go, I pulled it up, started listening to it. Immediately I'm interested. You know, this sister that's, is she a doctor? And she's engaged to a doctor or something? She seems all put together, smart, put together. And her sister is like a druggie and she's pregnant. And it's like, so I'm like, ooh, I'm interested. What's going to happen? You know, it's written well, I feel like. But then language and then stuff happened that I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm not going to finish this. Which made me really sad because I really loved The German Wife and I was hoping I could. But this one just had content that I wasn't willing to read. The Unexpected Boyfriend for Christmas. This one is so good. I enjoyed it. It was really good. It's a little, someone mentioned it's a little immature. It is, but aren't all fake dating? It's a fake dating one. I feel like all of those are a little immature because it's just people like afraid to face people and tell them the truth, right? So they're pretending. It's funny. Jeanette Ralston is so good with her witty banter. And then to like kick it up a notch with the romance of them. All of a sudden, are they falling for each other? And like, you know, oh, her cousin that she's in competition with is dating her ex-boyfriend. And so she's always like upping the ante, you know, upping it that you're just like, oh, okay, now what's going to happen? I enjoyed it. Thought it was funny. Newport Christmas. I loved that book. I will totally read that next Christmas again, probably. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was good. The girl loves the girl loves true crime podcasts. So she's already like paranoid because of the things that she's been listening to. And then she's sent somewhere and she's alone in this big house. And so the meet cute is super cute. I love that they band together to fake date to stop someone from setting them both up with other people to date. So they pretend they're dating so they don't have to deal with that. And there's a twist and it's super cute and their relationship is adorable. You can't help but love, I couldn't help but love both of them. I read one of the reviews that someone said that, oh, she was just like weak and kind of annoying. And I'm like, I've been in a big house before all by myself and been scared. And I was like, I don't know, maybe I'm weak and annoying. But I was like, I totally got how she would get scared about things and need to lock doors and windows. I'm like, I grew up with someone that was very paranoid and made me paranoid. So I was like, no, I totally got the way she acted. And then when you watch a lot of crime stuff and you, especially true stories, like I thought it was accurate. I thought it was cute. Okay, a long time and now NFL player Nemesis. I think that's it, by Jeanette Ralston. I thought that one was cute. Cute. Really, I thought it was adorable read, kind of an enemies to more. Her brother makes a deal with this guy and he's supposed to work for him, and he ends up running away, and she doesn't want him to press charges, so she offers for him to take her instead. So she goes up to this cabin with this NFL player that's like, I think he's on like a break or something. He's healing from an injury or something. I don't know. He's taking a break. And so her and him are at the cabin together, working together for like a summer, or for so much time that she has off work. And they knew each other as kids, so it's like enemies to more. And it was cute. And Jeanette's really good with her witty banter, and then having these really intense romantic scenes that you're like, oh, that's so romantic. That's so cute. They're totally going to fall for each other. And then of course they don't. And then they do. And then, it's super cute. Okay. So that is my June to December tier ranking. This is my list. So my top 5 books that I read the last 6 months: Come Gentle Night by Stephanie Black, Love on Deck by Casey Stockton, The German Wife by Kelly Rimmer, Faking Christmas, I want to say that's by Cindy Steele, and A Newport Christmas by Jess Heileman. Those are probably my favorite books that I read this last 6 months. I thought those ones were really good, super cute, fun reads. Some are a little bit more serious than others. 3 of them are rom-coms, and 2 of them are a little bit more serious, but all of them made me afterwards. I kept thinking about certain scenes in those books and wanting to relive them. And so I'm like, I will probably read those ones again. Those are my favorites. So take a look at my list. Tell me if you have read any of those books. Comment if you've read any of these books. Comment if you want to give me the ending to any of the books I did not finish, because some of them were really good. I just weren't for me. But I'd like to know the ending. So if you know the ending, comment. And please like and subscribe, and I can keep doing these tier rankings. I really enjoyed the tier rankings. Bye.